Hi. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Does traditional tattoos last longer than this new era of tattoos? Is there a way I can cover up this tattoo? Okay. 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 You're falling into a trendy trap. It is almost as trendy as the tribals. Question: fact or myth? Color fades faster than black and gray. Why do people do this? Why do you just like? Well, anyway, yeah. First, intro.
This is the TAT Chat with Electric Linda.
Okay, it's working. It's actually working. I got it to work. Okay, sorry. This is a really fake background because we just moved into our apartment and the room is a mess. It's literally garbage and boxes behind me. So thank you, Irene. Thank you for that. So, excuse me for maybe this is not going as well as I'm planning, but I hope everything will be okay. I think you can hear me well. It's a regular webcam with a internal microphone, so it should be okay. I don't have my usual equipment and stuff, to do this, but it was like, you know what? Let's just do it the best way we can. And while we're here, why not just go everywhere? And it's so nice. I can actually see comments both from YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So it's so amazing to see all you guys here. For those of you who know me, hello, welcome back to the TAT Chat. And for those of you who are new, I would love it if you said hello in the chat and hi, I'm new. It would be so nice to, it's so nice to meet you, here. It's, so yeah, let's see here. Greetings from Rome. Hello, Irene, Joyce, Tristan, Peter, Lewis from South Africa. Awesome. Kjetil Bråten, Shireen, hello, Catherine, Jade, David, hello, David. So far away. Awesome to have you here. Dante Tattoo. There's so many of you here. It's awesome. Thank you so much for being here and spending some time with me. So, in my new little setup here, it's just for a short time, it's gonna be better and better. So many new people here. So awesome. Hello and welcome. So, introduction. I'm Electric Linda. I've been a tattoo artist since the year 2000. That means this year I've been tattooing for 21 years. And this was episode number 21 of the TAT Chat. So I thought, and a lot of you have been asking me to talk about trends over the years. And so I made a little list of 21, the ones that I remember mostly. So this is not really statistics in anywhere, there are no numbers that I can refer to, but these are just my own opinions of tattoo trends. If you want to ask me a question, I'll do some breaks and some Q&A, so you can just put question in caps in front of your comment and I'll answer your question as soon as I can. Otherwise, I'm new to Facebook. This is the first time I'm live on Facebook, so I have no idea how this works. So we'll just have to try. And Twitch I have some experience with, but I don't have any alerts set up today because I just wanted to test if this was even possible, And it is. Hello, Andy. Andy Fletcher. So nice to have you here. Awesome. Tana, tribal. Yes, there might be a tribal on that list. But there are more. There are more. Thank you, Lil Isabel. It's nice of you. So, should we just go through that little list? I'm gonna start at the bottom, which is like, yes, I moved. Ting-a-bling. I moved. Not far. It's our very first own apartment. I'm 40 years old, and this is our first home. Like, that we're not renting. We bought it. So, ugh. Okay, let's just do the list, shall we? Let's see here. How was I? Okay, me and the technical things. You know, I have. You're late. No, you can join into the stream anytime you want. Let's see here. So I have some links that I just tried to organize a little bit so that I was a little bit prepared, you know. So we're just gonna go here and let's see if I can do that there. Okay, did I, was that screen? No, it's the browser. Yes, that's right. Yay, and this is the cool effect with me having a green screen, right? Because now I'm like a sticker in the corner. That's super cool. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's see. Got lost on viewer. Okay, so first I had world map tattoos. That was just a trend that was like so intense a few years ago. I don't know if you remember this, but I mean, suddenly everyone wanted, especially like places here, like on the wrists, super detailed, often with watercolors. And I don't know if it was this, you know, the whole upper back with just linings of the world map. Outlined world map is at my 21st place of the trends that I want to show you. So yeah, I mean, so detailed, and like, yeah, you have to get all those lines straight and you know, correct so that you can see that it's a world map. But this was like a boom trend for a short time. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing in this. It's like the shortest time to the longest, I think. So this had a short time of trend, but it was a boom. So let's see. Sorry, I just have to organize my screen. So number 20 is Carpe Diem. And this is just not like, as I said, this is the request trend. What I have been noticing getting requests in the shop. So people that just want Carpe Diem somewhere on their body. And I mean, these are, you know, I've seen them so many times. I made a lot of them myself, you know, years ago when I did a lot of text also. So, well, yeah, that was just like, that has not been a very short trend though, but just to like get, that was sort of the first really trendy quote tattoo. Let's see, and then in number 19 is a winged back. I got so many requests, I remember that, from people who wanting, I did actually make a back piece like that once, but that was like many years ago, and I don't think I ever took a picture of it because it was like, it's like when we take a picture of a tattoo, it's almost like we're making our menu so that, you know, people want to get those tattoos. It was like, okay, I did that once, kind of done with that. I don't want to do it again. But yeah, these full back piece, big wings. Kjetil, if it comes to booking, like with a tattoo or consultation with me, it's better to just do that at the shop, attitude.no. You fill in a request form and they will make it happen. So it's like I don't have the ability to take bookings for myself these days. I'm very good, thank you, Deadly. Yeah, so this was place number 19, Winged Back. Thank you, Pastanakera. I can't say your name. It's so awesome that this works like with the chat and everything. So next time, if you all like this thing to like be able to watch the TAT chat from Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, if you think this is a good idea, then I will sort of expand and make these cool alerts also, you know? Hello, Jannike. Hi, welcome to the TAT chat. It's like, it feels like, oh no, like real professionals are popping into my stream. Like, no, what are you doing? So yeah, but thank you for joining in and being here. So, okay. Number 18, Mandala. So this is sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't say this was a really boom trend, but maybe more like, you know, the last 5 years, it's been a wave of mandala. And a lot of artists are, you know, specializing in this. And that's what I love, when artists are specializing and they become truly like they're mastering a you know, a category, a genre. So yeah, mandalas was a pretty big thing, and it sort of is also, you know, now it still is, and I think it's beautiful if it's well done. It's so beautiful, really. But if you want a mandala, this is sort of a timeless thing as well as was a trend, you know. It's sort of like it got a boom inside and then it sort of became timeless in a way, because it's always been there, but suddenly everyone wanted mandalas. So, and then we have a short little trend that I saw a few years ago, and that was arrows. Arrow tattoos. Like, I know that I understood that the meaning of them is, you know, getting forward, moving forward, you know, getting somewhere, traveling. So it has like a direction. I think that is the meaning of it. And there are a lot of beautiful arrows, and there are a lot of pretty boring ones, I would say. So, I don't know, that's like a thing of the taste, you know. And of course, it's like, oh my God, Jason from the US, I got a portrait done by you like 10 years ago in California. Oh, awesome. Was that the Madonna portrait of, on the Queen Mary Ink and Iron Festival? Because I didn't have a lot of work at that festival. So I think I didn't have that many. Was it the Madonna portrait? I'm curious. Hello, Jason. Awesome. So that was number 17. And next, 16, is underboob. I have this myself. It was your grandparents. Okay, thank you, Jason. Wow, Queen Mary. Yes, that's an amazing tattoo convention. Oh, I really miss tattoo conventions. Okay, I'll get to some of the questions very soon, okay? Remember to write question in front of your question in caps, because then it's so much easier for me to see if it's a real question, you know? So let's see here. Yeah, underboobs. You know, I have one myself. So it's not like, I don't think this is a bad trend. I mean, it looks so nice, right? It looks super nice. But I think this was sort of like the modern kind of tramp stamp that I might show you later. Because I haven't made any of these under boobs myself, because this is more like the later, 5 years ago. But I'll show you something that was more popular 15 years ago. So that was number 16. And number 15, this is a very weird one. Hello, I just want a David Beckham sleeve. That's an actual trend that we saw in the shop. People came in and like just showed a picture of David Beckham's sleeve. I'm like, yeah, I want a sleeve like his. I'm like, but okay, so do you want like the same thing? They're like, yeah, I want a sleeve like this. I'm like, but he has a portrait of his wife like somewhere here. I can't remember. I think it's on the back side of that arm, or I can't remember. But and you want these? Look at these. Okay, this is a little bit dark over there, but let's see if I can do it like that. These cute little clouds that he has, and people wanted this for such a long time. Like, I want a David Beckham sleeve. So that's definitely on my list, because that was a boom. So weird. Question: would a snake and flower tattoo look good on thigh, and what does it mean to have a snake tattoo? What does it mean to have a snake tattoo? I would just say it means you think snakes are cool. And for me personally, when I see someone that has a snake, I think you can go back and think, like, what does a snake mean? I think the snakes were like mysterious and sort of sexy in a way, and I don't know if you can even go back to like the religious beliefs. I'm not very sure. I don't know a lot about history and all that, but you can sort of decide yourself, what is the meaning with a snake to you? That's what's important, and not what the meaning is. It's a snake, it's an animal, you like it, you get it. Would a snake and flower tattoo look good on a thigh? Hells yeah. I mean, any tattoo looks good on a thigh, in my opinion. Good question. What's the best placement for a portrait tattoo to hold up over time? Yes, I have the golden information. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. So, that's a great question. What's the best placement for a portrait tattoo to hold up over time? I would say arms, especially. My favorite is this area here. If you get a portrait here, that's like the number one spot for a portrait, in my opinion, remember, because there's less sunlight here, less damage, less hair, less pigment, less, like that. So this is more protected in the sun in the summertime. So tattoos on the inside of the arm will hold so much better than on the outside. That being said, the whole arm is pretty awesome for portraits, except around the biceps area, because that can make them go like in their faces. So inside lower arm, outside lower arm, and upper shoulder, upper arm. Back of the shoulder is okay, is pretty nice, and the middle of the shoulder you should just be a little bit careful, because when you do like this, it could go a little bit like that. Never do portraits around the belly, ribs, lower back area. I don't recommend that at all. It's like the placement where you move around, and and you grow older, your body changes, maybe you get pregnant, or you gain weight, you lose weight, your body will change over time. So, and that tattoo will also change with the body. So just be careful with that area. Otherwise, thighs, and legs, calves. Awesome for portraits. Just not too close to the knee area, you know. So yeah, that's the best places for portraits. So we're gonna move on to, let's see, where am I? Browser. Okay, we were at David Beckham, but now we're gonna go to place number 14, which was flying birds. It's still a thing for some. I don't know what it sort of means, because I don't know if, like with a snake, you know, like it has a meaning to you in a way. So if you feel like this is like, oh, this means to you, then it's cool. But I think just these typical flying birds, I just wish people were a little bit more creative. Like, for example, this one. It's one bird with a like a painting brush, and it's in color. It's just a little bit more exciting. This one's pretty. This one's cute with a text and two little birds. I like that part better than this part, but that's me. So yeah, flying birds, that was a big thing. And then we have number 13. Where are we at with the timing here? Okay, yeah, we have lots of good time. Yeah, see you some other time, Kjetil. Shireen, yeah, I love to try to just be as honest as I can with you guys, you know. So thank you for appreciating that. This next one, it's number 13. It's the Black Tribal Sun. This was, I remember this so, I made so many of these. And maybe like, actually when I was just an apprentice, like 20 years ago, 21 years ago. Thank you, Tony Quinn. That's awesome. Thank you for saying that's very, very nice of you. So yeah, these black suns, I never, like, I made so many of these, and I just never understood why. What was the meaning behind this? I never asked anyone, because I really didn't care in a way, because I think it was not my, you know, I don't really care for them, if you know what I mean. I don't think they're beautiful. When I'm looking around, it's like I can't find one that I think is like nice. So I think, oh my god, this one, I remember this one and this one. They all looked like this. Yeah, okay. Moving forward. Let's see if you had any more questions that I can answer. No, but let me know anyway. I'm going to answer questions if you have. So, next one is something that I thought was like, I thought it was so cool when it sort of like hit Earth with a blast. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. This is, and when Instagram was new and you were like, yeah, I'm gonna make this awesome and put this on Instagram because then I'm gonna get likes. And yeah, it's the pocket watch. The pocket watch tattoos. I mean, some are just like, meh. And it's, you know, 100 awesome. No, I don't think this is an awesome. But I saw one here that was really awesome. This one, that's nice. You know, that detailed, realistic. And yeah, that was like, boom, pocket watch. All over, all over. You know, and then people wanted to combine a pocket watch with a woman's face. Or just a clock with a woman's face. And, you know, but putting pocket watches with skulls, flowers, roses. Yeah, I'm so, it just made me feel so sick of pocket watches, you know, after a while, because it was like, I thought it was so beautiful when it sort of like came and hit Earth, but now it's like, oh my gosh, no. So now I'm, you know, trying to make people like, why do you want to have a pocket watch? So it's going to symbolize a specific time in your life. So, or like, oh, time goes by so quickly. If it's time goes by so quickly, you can have like, you know, that the sand kind of thing, the, you know, hourglass. Or if it's a specific time, why not go digital and make like a, you know, digital clock in a way that's so much more modern. I don't know. There are many ways to do it. But like, yeah, please stay away from the pocket watches. Question, have you ever came across a tattoo done with bamboo? A friend of mine got one in Thailand. Yeah, I've seen several, and it's like, it's awesome. Yeah, I just don't have any experience with it myself, but I mean, I think it's awesome. It's cool. Did your client like the picture you created of the northern lights and mountains? Yes, I wasn't feeling super finished with it, so I added a little sort of a curtain effect in the side, and I just changed it, and then I sent it, and then she likes it, so we're just gonna add some details to it when she comes. But yeah, I think she's a 99% thumbs up. So, you're curious to see if a koi fish is on my list. Yeah. I wonder if semicolons are on the list. Oh. Let's see here. The next one, number 11, is the dream catcher. I mean, this is actually something that first it was a sort of a mini trend in the beginning, like when I started tattooing 21 years ago. I made a few dream catchers, but then it had a new boom like 6-7 years ago, I think. And yeah, I understand this has a meaning, and it's like, but let's see here. This is like the typical modern dream catchers that we see a lot of today. I'm just gonna see if I can find some who is like really more typical of the ones that I made like 20 years ago. Yeah, I can't really find. Yeah, here we have one. That's like more of the typical Sherry Creek tattoo flash that we had like 20 years ago. And they just had these on a sheet, you know, and the client just picked, and that's from one of those. So weird, these articles like Dreamcatcher tattoos for men. Tattoos for men and tattoos for women? Oh, I've never, ever, ever seen that there's any specific difference between a tattoo for men and tattoo for women. So I just hate these weird articles. Like, oh, let's just collect 100 tattoos and call it something cool and we'll get views. I don't know. Okay, number 10. Half geometric wolf. This is still pretty trendy, but I think it is cool, but it just is a little bit too trendy. Like, it's like just sad when something that is kind of cool, it turns into a trendy trap, like I talked about before, you know. So half geometric, half realistic, and there are so many of these, and I just yeah, there are so many requests for this still. So I'm just telling you, like, now these are the tattoos that you should maybe think a little bit about before you get them, because it's not cool if you get a tattoo like this because you think it's awesome, of course, but then like next summer, you're going to see like 53 other tattoos just like yours, and you'll be like, wow, okay, you know? And it's not going to feel that original and personal to you anymore. So yeah, just try to stay away from the worst trends. Mm, what do you think? Oh yeah, that's sort of fit what I just talked about now. Question, what do you think about trends? Wouldn't it be better just to get a timeless tattoo? Yes, but I think that a lot of people just don't realize what tattoos are trendy right now and what are not, you know? So I think people maybe think that skulls and roses is a trend, but that's like one of the most common timeless tattoos you can get, you know. But still, it's like a common. So it's like, do you want it common or do you want it timeless? Do you want it trendy or do you know? I just think go personal. That's my biggest lesson in this, I think. Next one is something that I don't want to see this anymore. Please don't. And that is stars. Like I want it. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because I think I have still some visible stars behind. Is it on that side? Can't even remember. Yes. Stars like that. I have stars like that behind my ear, and oh, I'm just trying to get rid of them. Oh my God, look at this. It's so awful. Ay, 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 ay. Question, what do you think it means if you have teardrops on your face? I've heard different stories and different meanings, but what I believe is that, well, some say that you sort of killed someone, but I think a teardrop can also mean like you lost someone really close to you, and you sort of want to have like a tiny memorial tattoo for that person. So it's like it has several meanings, and I think a lot of these old secret codey tattoo meanings have just like, they disappeared a little bit over time. What do you think about blackout tattoos? I feel like I see this a lot more nowadays. Yes, because people are getting more and more tattooed. Like this one, it's a lot of stuff there. And when you don't want to have like a big cover up, maybe you already had a cover up on it, cover up, and then you're like, oh, now it's just a big mess. You can't do a cover up. I'm going to cover up on a cover up. And then it's like, black work. I have some form of black work here, and I'm not finished, but I'm leaving, spots for these magnolia flowers. I'm going to have this up here as well. I'm not sure how much, but I think black work is awesome. But I personally think that black alone can be a little bit flat and boring. So I would personally recommend having some other cool stuff in between or something, just to make like a nice textile pattern, if you know what I mean. So let's see here. What are we at time here? Okay, we still have a good amount of time. So how's everything going here? Are you safe out there? Are you okay? We're not going to talk a lot about this, but it's so nice to see that you are here and you're, spending time with me, listening to me talk about stuff that I just never get sick of talking about, I guess. Let's see here. Question, do you think certain placements are trendy for a specific, for a certain period of time, like ribs, back of the neck, etc.? No. Well, there's one. We're coming to that one. There's one, but it's almost like the underboob. You couldn't have the underboob someplace else. So some trends were actually very specific to a body part. But most of these trends were not. So what's your opinion on all these artists that never apprenticed selling all these tattoo courses online? Yes, I've seen many of these myself, and I'm going to talk more about that some other time. But I've seen many of those other YouTubers that were self-taught, and they're tattooing and live streaming and everything. And I mean, I used to be like so sort of like mad and like, what the hell are they doing? They're destroying the tattoo business and the culture and everything. And then I started to realize that, you know what, that the whole industry business is sort of changing anyway. And there are many people that do have talent to, they have talent. So why shouldn't they be able to tattoo if they do learn everything step by step? It's difficult for them to learn it when you don't have a mentor. And that's actually why I'm also making an online course. But I'm trying to sort of make it with my background, with my 21 years, with my having a mentor, with my, being to hospitals and having hygiene courses, tattoo safety courses. With that knowledge, I want to make online courses. So, because I think it could be dangerous to sort of learn from someone who is self-taught. It could be, of course, that they have it all figured out and they are super, safe when it comes to tattooing. I really hope they are, because it's so, so important that they're doing everything right. So, yeah, I'm going to actually start a new live stream series very soon. So, and that's going to be called Ink Mentor Live. So, or you're gonna just have to like keep your eyes open for that. But if you have more questions about what I want to, make as an online course, you can just go to, I think it works if you go to inkmentor.com, but that also just points to my electriclinda.com/inkmentor. So, or you can go to electriclinda.com and you can see there's like, it says coaching on the upper menu. It's not finished yet, but it's like information, and you can sign up for a waiting list at the moment. So yeah, it's like I feel somewhat of like a weird feeling of a moral thing that is like difficult to handle in a way. But I think it's better that I can teach, and I'm not going to make courses that you just buy and watch. I'm going to make coaching programs so that I will follow you up personally. So that's also a big difference for me and the other ones that I've seen so far. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, okay. Love your lives. Thank you, Nikki. You are very smart. Thank you, David. I do have my small moments once in a while, but I think we all do, right? We have these aha moments and we feel super smart. Yeah. Question. What is your favorite type of tattoos to do? What is your least favorite? Hi from South Africa. My favorite type of tattoo is definitely, like, there's no question about it, realism, especially color realism. So give me a photo of anything in color and I will sort of copy it. It's like I feel like I'm a printer. I like tattooing really realistic. And I've been drawing like that from I was a little girl. I liked drawing portraits and, you know, houses and streets and perspective and realism, and just copying photos, you know, if it's a landscape or flowers. That's what I've always been comfortable with. So when I started tattooing that, it was felt just natural. Linda, please Google J. Alvarez tattoos and react to them. Give your opinions. I think they're stunning. Okay, I'll note that down. J. Alvarez. I can just actually take a screenshot of that, and I'll see what I can do. I think the online courses are so different. For me, it was amazing to watch some, because in my country you have to do a hygiene course anyway. For me, it's just about different techniques. Yeah, and that's the thing also. In different countries, there are different requirements, you know, from the government of courses you have to take and stuff like that. So I'm not going to sort of, I can't take all of the different countries and say what you have to do, but sort of just like teach you all I know. And I think that's all I can do. But I think I do know a lot, you know, from 21 years. Let's move on to the trendy tattoos. So we have the stars, and now at place number 8, we have the dolphin. This super cute little animal, especially this one. I remember that. So, I mean, they were really cute. But when I had to make, you know, one dolphin a week, I don't know. And then I remember so detailed. Like, as soon as I saw something like this in a tattoo magazine, before the internet, you know, before Instagram and everything, we saw these in the magazines. Like, so first time I saw someone who had made a really realistic, like just copied from an awesome photo and making super realistic dolphins. I was like, I want to do that. Oh my God. It's actually, you know, it's possible. Why don't everyone do that? So I started doing that myself and made more and more realistic, you know, with backgrounds like this, instead of doing, you know, those small ones. Well, this is realistic though, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it sort of gave me that aha moment and expanded my vision a little bit. The next one we have, I saw someone mention this, but that is the Dia de las Muertas, or whatever it's called, the sugar skull. That was just like, I mean, it's always, that's one of those who was always there, like in the background. But then suddenly everyone wanted to make these. I remember that one. I see that one in some magazines. So yeah, the sugar skulls, they came in with a boom. This one from, I can't remember his name. Oh, I've followed him, and like, he's one of my heroes for years. I actually have his name here on the list here because I want to talk about that some other time. It's Joshua Carlton. I'm 99% sure this is Joshua Carlton. And I remember this one was so much copied from other artists, and they just traced the photo of the tattoo, and it happens so many times. It's embarrassing, you know. Question: what are your thoughts on numbing cream? Do you mind your clients using it? No, I actually I use it every time myself. For me, when I'm getting tattooed, oof, oh my God, I can't, you know. Oh, you have a super chat. Awesome. Hello. Thank you, Shane White, a $13.99 super chat. Amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for supporting the TAT chat. I really appreciate that. So the super chat is also a way to sort of get your comment to be very visible to me, so I can like really see it and I can answer your question. But you didn't add a question, but do that if you want to. But yeah, numbing creams are awesome. I don't mind them at all. What about cultural like Maori Celtic? Is it offensive if it's not native to you? I mean, people are offended by me having dreads. People were super offended. Now it's like unfocused, sorry. Okay. Some people were super offended when I have braids, those boxer braids, but they were not boxer braids, they were cornrows. And I mean, very many people are just sensitive in a way. Tana, $10 super chat. I love the TAT chat. Thank you so much, Tana. Really, really appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you. But yeah, I think it depends on, different people are sensitive and react to things, and, if things are offensive or not, that's like up to them, There's so many views on this that I'm not ready to to discuss it deeper. Question, do you know Thomas Carly Jarlier? As far as I know, he's self-taught, but he said he wouldn't recommend this way. I have to admit, his tattoos are looking so freaking amazing. That's the thing, a lot of tattoo artists that are self-taught are amazing. That's why I think that there are a lot of super talented artists, and they're painting and they're drawing, but they just can't get inside the tattoo business because of something, that they don't take in apprentices right now, or you don't have the possibility to like travel everywhere and ask like 100 shops, and maybe they don't have room, maybe they don't like your style, maybe they don't like your personality, maybe they don't like your Instagram page or whatever. So there are many reasons why someone that is like not talented, that they won't get an apprenticeship. And that's why it's like I'd rather help those, than that they would just finding those DIY, do-it-yourself, tattooing yourself, how to tattoo videos. They're so scary, because those how-to tattoo videos are not made by professional tattoo artists. It's like they're made by those who, just bought a kit online and they're tattooing themselves, and they're making a video of them tattooing themselves. And it's like, it's dangerous. So be careful. What do you think about cultural appropriation? Yes, that's, I have dreads, I had braids. A lot of people are like, yeah, it's the braids for me. Like super, offended. And it's like, wow. I just don't have words for that. Hi, Lisa. I just joined. I wonder, how old was the oldest person you've ever tattooed? Not even sure, but I think maybe like 80s or 90s. Yeah, I mean, we've tattooed like really old people as well. So it's just so much fun, especially the ones, older women. That's like, I always dreamed about having a tattoo, and now I'm finally gonna do it, And like, why not just live the life you want, So I think that's awesome. I bought a kit. Oh yeah, a kid. I meant a kit, a tattoo kit. Your dreads are beautiful. It's called appreciation, not appropriation in most cases. Yes, I agree. Okay, but we have to move on a little bit, you guys. Let's see here. We are just at number 7. So now we're going to go back and go to number 6, which is the early days of the underboob, which was the lower back tattoo. It's sort of the same thing. It's supposed to be very lower back tattoo, yeah, but it was oh, this one, I think I made that one pretty, 7 times, just the same thing. Oh my God, these are just awful when you see them now. I've covered up so many of these the last years. It's amazing. It's possible. It's so typical. But I remember that time so well. It was like so many girls that came in like, I want something like this. And for some of them, I actually told them to like, you know what? You should like just go home and think this through. And I gave them sort of a checklist, things that they should think about just before they get this tattoo. Like, stuff like, what are your passions? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? What are your, what makes you you? And I made them like go deeper inside. And yes, I'm momming my clients. Yes. And I remember this one girl, like very detailed. And I was like, really, I don't want to do this because I know that you're going to regret it. So please just go home and, take a week, just think about this. And I wrote this list. And she came back and like, you know what? You were right. I figured out, because I love my family so much and I have a lot of brothers and sisters. So I'm going to make like I wanted like a stem with blue and pink flowers connected to each other. Because then you have the smallest ones are like the babies and the biggest ones are like me and my big sister or whatever. So she had this awesome idea to make flowers to represent her siblings. And I was like, yes, that's you. That's your passion. That's a drive. It's important. Do it, So yeah, we did that and she was super happy. And that was like, I don't know, 17, 18 years ago. That was actually the first time I ever dared to send someone home and tell them to think about it. And I did that several times after that, but that was the first time I dared to do that. The next is number 5. It's the butterfly. The butterfly is sort of timeless, but I remember there was a time when it was like one of those first safe tattoos for women, because 21 years ago, I think the clients were like 80% male and 20% women. And those women were mostly, the biker's girlfriend, or they were sort of like tough women. And, it was commercialized and more common after a while. But in the beginning, this was like the safe tattoo for those not so tough women. You know what I mean? So that the normal women that wasn't a sort of a biker's wife, I don't want to stereotype, but I'm trying to just explain a little bit. So I think the butterfly was I don't know, someone says that it has something to do with family, and someone says it means freedom, and someone says it means beauty. So it's like, it's a personal reference, I guess. But I think butterflies are cute, but it was just, I remember that. They were like a boom 17, 18 years ago. So number 4, we have to speed up a little bit. Number 4, we have the infinity symbol. This is, sorry, but I just like, this is one of the worst tattoos that I know. I don't get it, really. Thank you, Christina. Yes, people, awesome. Don't forget to like the video. On Twitch, you don't like a video, but yeah, there's no liking on Twitch. You chat and watch, right? Or you sub and donate or whatever, but there's no like button in Twitch. I don't know about Facebook though, but we'll figure that out later. So does everything work here on, is anyone still here from Facebook? I'm curious. Let me know if anyone's here still on Facebook, because I only see comments from YouTube. I think this is way too much for my computer right now. It's making a buzzy sound. So, number 3. It's an animal. It's a lion. And I would say this is maybe not, that typical trend, but I would say it's the most common animal, and it's sort of like a trend as well. It's like Facebook here. You can give it a thumbs up. Awesome. Do that. Thank you, Joseph. And that's Twitch as well. Just going to write that I still don't have any of this list, and then the infinity came. You have an infinity on your ribs with a pencil and a paintbrush. Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah, but yeah. No comments. Okay. But the lion, if done right, awesome. It looks beautiful. This is very Photoshop, though, I would say. But we can talk about that another time. Artists that are faking their photos. Yeah, we're going to have that as a theme once, if you want. So, let's see here. If you want to help me out, in the comments of the video, like not in the chat, well, in the chat or in the comments. I don't know, you can't do that on Twitch, but Facebook and YouTube, you can comment this video. I would love for you to give me an idea of a topic for next time. If it's, now we're talking about trends. Should we talk about portfolio, hustling, portfolio, stuff? Should we talk about, I don't know, placement, sizes? There are so many things we could talk about. So give me any ideas for things that you want me to show you or talk about in the comments. Okay? Hello, so far away. Because you are on Twitch. Yeah, because I can't see your profile picture. Anyway. My double voice effect. I can't understand what I'm doing. Okay. Number 2 on the list is kanjis. I mean, I remember I could make the Chinese symbol for love, like in my sleep. Chinese symbols were so trendy. I remember my mom had big photos on the wall, like photos, they were just big kanji signs framed, and she had curtains, pillowcases with kanji symbols. Yeah. And there was a time after that, it was Arabic as well, and Arabic. And I understand if you are, from there or have a connection with this culture, history, whatever, you have a connection to this language, then of course, of course. But if you don't have a connection with a language, I don't get it why you would get tattooed in a language that you don't talk or speak or understand. And a lot of those girls who also wanted, their boyfriend's name in Arabic, it was like, I just didn't get it. I just don't get it. But that's me, though. I'm a little bit straightforward like that. I know people had the symbols that were not correct. Yes, I remember a client of mine actually came back later, and he was like, Linda, I told you to tattoo 2 letters that meant like an M and an A, and this was like a sheet of things that we had. I'm like, yeah, I did. And he was like, yeah, but a Chinese guy said that this means angry athlete. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can't guarantee that because I don't speak Chinese either. So we made a cover up, and he was happy. I'm Chinese and I have my children's names my parents quote. My parents wrote. I mean, yes, but then you have a connection with that language and it's like natural. It's a part of you. It just, yeah, do that. Do you, you know? Think number one is going to be a zodiac. So what do you think is going to be the number one trend here? I think I actually forgot one trend that was actually mentioned earlier today. Hello, Jeanette. Hello. Welcome to the TAT chat. So yeah, what do you think is going to be the number one trend? And I'm talking the trend that was hottest the longest, but now it's like, what? You know, you don't want it anymore. So no, they're not roses because they are timeless. I'm just so glad I made it out in the 90s without a tramp stamp. Yeah. Tribals. Yes. It is the 90s tribal, the black tribal. I mean, I remember I could go to the pub, you know. I could go to a bar and, you know, back when I used to drink. I don't drink anymore. But I did go to bars and people were like, oh yeah, you're a tattoo artist, right? I'm like, and they were like, have you seen the movie From Dusk Till Dawn? And that was like, no, no more, please, no, no, don't go there. So yeah, the tribals were definitely the heaviest trend that I can ever remember. So, and yeah, I have covered up a lot of these tribals. You've probably seen some of those in my portfolio on Instagram, where I've covered up big tribals. So you can check that out if you want to see. We can talk about cover-ups in a later episode. But I would love for you to, you know, comment, give me some ideas for stuff, and let me know if you liked being able to watch this from wherever you are. Okay, so I'm gonna see the statistics here and see if, you know, where you guys are from and everything, and see if this is gonna be a thing from now on. So, like, Facebook users, let me know if you want me to keep live streaming on Facebook. And reacting, we could do that also. I just don't know how to. Then it would be, yeah, we could have like me reacting to other artists that you could like send in something, maybe. That could work. It's just like how to do this, you know. Thank you so much, everyone, for an amazing the TAT chat episode. So yeah, it went well. I think we didn't have any technical errors. Ja på Facebook, awesome. Yes, okay, good. How do you cover a tribal? You just cover it. No, that is a long answer. So yeah, that's something that I'm working on making somewhat of courses on my ink mentor thing. I love the interaction with you. Keep doing this. Awesome. Yes, tattoos on darker skin. That is a very nice topic because that is not talked about a lot. A lot of those world famous tattoo artists don't show dark skin tattoos at all. They just like don't prefer making them, you know, in the first place. Awesome to hear that, people. Thank you. That's a great feedback from you guys. I love that. I love that. So yeah, let me know if you have any sort of feedback for, you know, things we could talk about or whatever in the comments. And keep your eye out for those who want to become a tattoo artist or are, you know, self-teaching, I will, keep an eye out. There will be Ink Mentor Live coming up very soon. I just have to plan it, Is it normal to cry after many hours of tattooing? Yes. It's normal and it's totally fine. Also, when I'm up to it, I can watch the repeat. Yes, do that, Andy. I love the tattoo. Awesome, thank you. My niece Kali says hi. Say hello back to Kali. Kali. Love the live streams. Awesome. Thank you, Peter. So, thank you for that. Awesome, people. Let's say goodnight and see you on the TAT chat in exactly like 1 week from now. How do I do this? Yes, I push that button. Okay. See you in a week. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.
This is the TAT Chat with Electric Linda.